Guys, I just found the most ridiculous ranking of women's college basketball players from the last decade. And when I say ridiculous, I mean it's the kind of list that'll make you pause and say, wait, what? Some names are spot on, but others, absolute chaos. Now, before we get into it, let's set the stage. Over the last 10 years, women's college basketball has given us some of the most exciting and dominant players in the sport's history. We're talking about legendary names like Caitlin Clark, Aya Wilson, and Breanna Stewart, players who redefined the game. But here's the kicker. This list does not make any sense. Some of the picks are just wild. Oh, and by the way, 2025 has been an incredible year for women's basketball. Caitlin Clark just wrapped up another historic pro season. Angel Reese is taking over the world off the court, and Juju Watkins is solidifying her place as one of the next big stars. So it feels like the perfect time to revisit the college greats of the last decade. First up at number 10, we have Rachel Bannum. Look, Rachel was an incredible scorer and even had a season where she averaged 20 points per game, but top 10? Over players like Angel Reese or Aaliyah Boston. That feels like a stretch. She had one standout super senior year. But is that enough to crack this list? Let me know what you think in the comments. Number 9 is Kelsey Plum, the all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball history. All time. And she's at number 9? How? The woman broke records left and right and was the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. Whoever made this list must have been asleep when she was dropping 30-point games. Then we have Paige Buchers at number 8. Now, this one I'm actually cool with. Paige had a phenomenal freshman year, and she's still one of the most efficient players out there. But here's the thing, efficiency isn't everything. Sometimes you've got to go for it, take the tough shots, and dominate. Paige could do that more. Still, number 8 feels solid for her. The chaos really starts around number 5. Juju Watkins? Don't get me wrong, she is a phenom. But putting a sophomore this high is just bizarre. Yes, she is averaging 24 points per game, but it feels premature to rank her above legends like Kelsey Mitchell or even Katie Lou Samuelson. Maybe in a couple of years, but not yet. And then at number 3, we have Aya Wilson. I love Aya. She is one of my favorite players ever, but 3rd in the last decade. That feels a bit high considering the competition. She won a championship and a National Player of the Year award, but should she be ahead of Caitlin Clark, who single-handedly carried Iowa to the national championship game last year? I am not so sure. Now, let's talk about the top 2. At number 2, they have Caitlin Clark. I cannot argue too much with this one. Caitlin's ability to dominate offensively and hit impossible shots is unmatched. She has had one of the most decorated college careers ever. And at number 1, of course, it is Breanna Stewart. Stewie is the standard of excellence in college basketball. For national championships in 4 years, that is a record no one may ever touch again. But if this list is really about individual dominance, can you argue Caitlin Clark should take the top spot? But here's what really gets me. Where is Aaliyah Boston? She was a beast on both ends of the floor for 4 straight years. And Angel Reese? She had one of the best junior seasons ever. Sabrina Ionescu isn't on here either. This list just feels incomplete. Too many deserving players left out. So what do you think? Did they nail it? Or is this list just as chaotic as it seems? Drop your top 10 in the comments. I want to see if you agree with me, or if you've got an even crazier take. And while you're at it, smash that like button, subscribe for more basketball content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video.